Someone doesn't have headphones on yet.
No, they don't.
Jeez.
I was turning off my phone. Did you guys turn your phone off?
Always. It's like the first thing. That's the professional thing.
Oh, you just did it. I just saw you do it.
No.
You lying butt mite.
I think this is the first week that I'm actually tasting the bourbon well.
Oh.
That's right. Your taste is back.
Yeah. And this one
It's
is
about 96.5% better.
Yeah.
They got a little cough.
I do.
Yeah.
I do get the cough still. But this bourbon is very flavorful.
It is. And what is it, Jeff?
It is Southern Bourbon Whiskey by the 13th Colony Distillery. And they are out of Georgia. I think this may be our first Georgia bourbon.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
we've had
interesting.
one. And you picked it up in Specs in College Station, right?
In College Station,
College
yeah.
Station.
Nice.
My wife actually picked it up because she liked the bottle.
So dudes like us went down to College Station. Hi, my name is Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
And you're in College Station.
They went down to College Station Friday. We stayed Friday night, Saturday, visiting the son and the friends and the roommates and all that good stuff. So, and while we were there, we went to the booze store.
Damn, that beer's good.
Nice and
Good
cold.
beer.
Yeah, I love cold beer.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
And went into Specs and didn't see too much. And Julie picked that up, and we ended up getting it. And it's actually not bad.
You know, it's always exciting to go to a new liquor store. Not like a hole-in-the-wall liquor store, but you just go to a different city, and you just
We'll see what they got because they got different things.
there could be that. It may not necessarily be a unicorn there, but it's a unicorn
For
like
us,
where
yeah.
we're at.
Sure.
Right.
And it's just like, oh man, I can't believe like the time we found the 9-banded black
Leader.
label bottles. They were in liters. We're like, shut the front door.
Yeah.
They were just a little bigger.
That's what's so sad. It's like when we're in different cities and we spot something that we've never seen before, we take a picture of it and
I
send
know.
it to each other.
know. Look at this.
Look. When I was in Fayetteville, I was like, hey guys, I don't think I've ever seen this. That was so sad. It's so sad.
yeah.
Yeah,
That-
what's funny is I think that's the one you bought the vampire bourbon, I think, right?
Oh, that was not good. No, that was Colorado.
Oh,
And instead of getting the unicorn.
the Colonel E.H. Taylor,
Oh my God. And it was only
3 bottles.
and it was apparently only $45.
You're an asshole.
Yeah,
I know. I didn't know he was a unicorn. I texted you and you guys didn't answer me.
No, I said buy all 3.
Okay, but they only have one.
You said they had 3 bottles.
I just heard you
Is that
say
what they
3.
said?
You said that.
Oh, I don't remember that. I
You
was so
just
angry.
said it 2 seconds ago.
No, I didn't say there
I
were
think
3
I said
bottles.
that. He said there were, and they have 3. So I said get all 3.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I should have.
Yeah.
Should have.
You probably did and
So
drank
you-
them
so
all.
you got-
you selfishly you did,
No,
didn't you?
I did not.
You took
do
it back to the camp, and they were upset because it wasn't TX whiskey.
that. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't even make it back to the camp. I was still in town, and they were like, "Hey, we're stopping at the liquor store to get some TX whiskey." And I
Oh,
was
this is
like,
when you were.
"I already did that,
elk
and they didn't have
hunting.
it." Well, they have it. It's the other place. You went to a small place.
small
It's like,
place.
You a-holes. I bought it for them too.
Right.
Anyway.
With the vampire bourbon.
Yeah.
And they snobbed it.
And they looked at it and went,
Okay, and so I know you're referencing a movie,
no, TV show.
a TV show.
Vampire Diaries.
Vampire
I think it's
Diaries.
the 2 guys in Vampire Diaries.
And my son had recognized who they were. Of course, I've never watched that show.
It's not good.
Gay.
It wasn't good bourbon. And what's
Right.
funny is Brandon, my oldest son, he was out at school and he takes a picture. He goes, "I just picked this up," and it was the brothers Bond.
Yeah, I didn't think he was that great.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't think any of us thought it was that great.
No,
No, but the one we're drinking now, it is flavorful.
It is.
And I'm thankful it's only 96 points, whatever it is. What is it?
It's 95.
It's 47.5 proof or
So 95.
percent.
That
What-
is 95.
So it's got a very nice, I don't want to say caramel. It's got like tobacco.
Yeah, there's
I
some
know,
tobacco on it.
I know that you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I want the tobacco taste. No, it just has that taste, and it's got the butterscotch, as Julie, your wife, had mentioned. It's
Yeah.
got a little cinnamon, little pop pepper in the front.
Yeah.
It's good.
It even says tasting notes: sweet corn cobs. I don't know. Leather.
I don't really understand why they want to include leather in a tasting note.
Well, in case you ever like,
Leather smells good.
I know, but you guys ever chewed on leather? I mean, is that a thing?
Just
Well,
big old
Instead of
hunk is
jerky,
kinda-
Are we
instead of
allowed to
jerky, you
admit
have
it?
like
Well, it's cow, right?
cow leather
I
for like a
mean,
road
It's
trip.
just been like
You've never
chemicaled and
sat in the back
preserved
seat of your mom and dad's car on the way to a baseball game and you kind of chewed on your own baseball mitt?
No.
No.
Neither have I. I was just wondering if you did.
I've never chewed and sucked on leather. No.
Yeah.
Sucked on leather.
Well,
No.
so you're not one of those guys.
Then it says cinnamon, tobacco, and cherry. And I'm
Like that
picking up.
convention that Jeff went to.
I'm
They
picking
suck
up-
on leather.
Oh, all your
No,
friend's
they
name is Leather, huh?
No. But I pick up several of those. So, and the mash bill is what's it say up there? 70% corn, 21 rye. That seems a little high, typically,
Yeah.
right? And what's it say?
8? No.
9%.
No, oh
Nine.
my God, are you guys that blind? It's
Yes,
9%.
completely.
Yes.
That says 9. Oh, look at him.
Yes.
He zoomed in. Way to
he
go,
Very
producer.
nice. All right.
He
The
old
producer
manned
is
it.
catching on now. He's starting to make the font bigger on the TV for us. That's
Old man proof it.
absolutely 9% barley. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Aged in new charred oak barrels. We already know that. Natural
Well,
water sourced from Georgia's
I
oldest
wouldn't kick it out
aquifer.
of bed. That's for sure.
No, that's good. Oh, it got some awards.
Yeah,
Look
it
at that.
did. Double gold medal 2021 SIP Awards.
Is that the San Francisco thing?
I don't know.
I
San
think it is.
Francisco tree.
I don't know
but
why.
it does fall off pretty quick, though.
Why is that? Why would San Francisco have a coveted bourbon award?
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Why isn't it like Frankfurt or
No, it should be
somewhere in Kentucky?
somewhere in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
It should be the Lexington,
Or the Louisville.
Where does it say San Francisco?
Well, look it up for me. What's the SIP awards? I bet you it's a San Francisco something something. Because every time I see somebody winning an award, they say San Francisco.
That seems to be the big one, though,
Yes.
right? I don't know if the SIP is that.
All right,
SIP
let's
awards.
see. Let's see if it is. What is the SIP awards? Come on.
Well,
what
it's in
is
Orange
that?
County, so it's in California.
There you go.
It says the SIP Award stands apart as the only internationally recognized consumer
so SIP
judging spirits competition.
Why
This-
doesn't it tell us what it stands for?
Well, scroll up because it said spirits something on the front of that little box that she has.
I see.
See, it's International Spirits Competition.
Okay. All right. I can handle that as long as it's not the San Francisco thing. All right. Well, that's cool. All right. Now we know.
Well, I'm glad everyone's feeling better. I'm glad we got this to taste this. Your College Station venture this past weekend. It's a nice score.
It is, and it's
Nice
good on
score.
it's good on the cube as well.
It
Yeah.
is good. It's better on the cube actually.
So dudes like us hanging out, College Station with your kid. That's what something that dudes like us does, and it's a traditional kind of thing because he goes all the way down there and basically rents a hotel room and hangs out with his wife. Yeah, they go and do some things with your son.
We didn't go
but-
out boozing with them like
Yeah.
we do when we go down there.
Oh, you didn't.
No, we did not.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Well, Julie wouldn't let him.
No, it was she can't
No.
walk very far
Yeah,
distances.
she's going to
and
be alone in a hotel room.
Oh, no,
Who
she
does
can't.
that?
She would have gone to bed.
she can't do the walking. She has a torn ACL.
Right.
Right. So
No, well, you get a wheelchair.
you try to get her in a wheelchair. No,
Rent one of those, motorized.
like a Vespa
Vespa. I was thinking a motorized wheelchair, but whatever.
or that. Yeah. No. So so we went over to their apartment. We had about a bunch of meats for sandwiches and
There you
sandwich
go.
fixins. And
Do you like the way he says meats?
I know.
He's got a bunch of meats and
Meats.
cheeses and
Meats.
meats.
God.
And so we got some really nice French breads and had made some really big nice sandwiches, and then we had some bunch of beers and
Did you put it all on a giant cucinary board?
charcuterie.
Charcuterie board.
What'd you call it the other day?
Coochie in your
Coochie
butt
cord
board?
or something like that.
Coochie board?
So I like.
No, we did
I'm
not.
used to like. I want to say like a German style spread, which is a bunch of meats, cheese, and some bread, some brochen bread, some hard bread. You cut open, really soft and tender in the middle,
Mm.
but brochen is hard on the outside. Cuts your gums up. Makes you feel like a man.
Yeah, like
Oh, nice.
Like it
Yeah.
rakes the top of your mouth.
It's like
so you're
it's
bleeding.
like the
As you're
roll of.
bleeding, it
a
adds
little bit of
s-
blood in
It's
little
like
iron,
the breads they
soft
use where
flavor.
they cut the top open
Fantastic.
and they put like oyster
beer cheese.
oyster chowder or seafood chowder inside the bowl, inside the bread bowl.
Inside
It's a
the
bowl. It's
bowl?
bread.
Hmm.
God,
like
I
it.
love that.
because the outside's so hard it won't seep
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, it won't.
I don't know. This doesn't sound appealing to me. I like
Oh,
warm,
God.
soft bread. I'm not into the
You don't
hard,
like hard?
crunchy bread.
I like the hard.
No.
crunchy
Well,
bread.
it's just crunchy on the outside. It's called brochen.
Okay.
It's wonderful. I
I
mean,
got
and,
you.
and it's you get like a variety of cheeses, a variety of sliced meats,
All right.
and it's something that when we lived in Germany, in fact, my parents continue to do it now, where we
those look
will
good.
just eat bread, cheese, and meats
Yeah.
for breakfast.
That's
lunch,
a good meal. Julie and I will do that, where we'll get some olives and we'll make ourselves a little
bakery style
charcuterie, right?
holiday
There
dinner
you go.
rolls,
Some
and
crackers
some
and
You know,
cheeses.
we
and-
already did the canned meat night.
canned
Why don't we
meat.
do like one of those nights, like you said, a sliced meat and cheese,
sliced meat and cheese and some well, you want to call it like a German night,
A
or we do
German
like
night?
bratwurst,
Sauerkraut.
knockwurst,
Don't get
sauerkraut.
No, I
don't
think
know
we should
about all
just do
that.
some fine meats. Does everybody eat olives? And
I'm not
I
really
love
an olive
olives.
fan, but you know what? I
Paul,
will.
hold on.
On that night, I will.
We had pizza the other night and had olives on it. And
I
you
don't
were
like olives, but on that night, I will. How about that?
you haven't had good olives. These aren't like the pizza
I'm trying
black
not
olives.
to be a
It's
5-year-old.
so disturbing.
It is.
It's not disturbing. It's just frustrating.
I'm
'Cause
making.
we go out of our way
I'm-
and we're like, let's go buy some pizza. So we get Fratelli's pizza. It's like, hey, it's like pizza on a cracker. It's fantastic. We got like cheese, and then we got like a vegetarian.
It's
got
good.
a bunch of olives and mushrooms, and the other one's kind of like it's got meat, pepperonis, and
great.
sausage. Oh, it was good. And then Paul's like picking off the little fucking olives. I'm like, what are you doing?
No. Shelley said, "Can I have your olives?" And I was like, "Damn it! Okay, fine. I'll give you my olives."
That is not what happened.
And what? I'm picking them all, and she's like, "Oh, there's another one underneath." Oh, damn it! She found that one, and I got that one off too. It was very frustrating. She took all of my olives.
So he scraped everything off, went through it, and put everything
E.
except the
Fratelli's
olives
is
back
my
on.
favorite pizza, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I did. Now, I'm trying not to be a 5-year-old with being picky about stuff, and I'm making inroads.
All right, so our next one's going
I
to be
am.
our next one's going to be charcuterie, and then after that, it's going to be fish.
Yes.
Eesh.
Now, are we talking fish fry?
We could do a fish fry, yeah, because you got the deep fryers, right?
I do.
Oh well,
I do.
hold
I'm
on.
on
And
board
we
with
can
that.
get
Are we
some-
talking like a Cajun smack your mama kind of?
Well, we
I'm
could
in
probably
on
do
that
both
too.
ways, right? So I know Julie doesn't like
I
the
don't do it
spicy
both
stuff.
ways.
And we
but
could do hush puppies,
you do hush puppies. You could do
French fries.
some shrimps,
Quiet dogs.
some oysters, some crackers. Not
I
crackers,
don't know
but
about oysters. We already did
shrimps.
oysters. That was canned meat night.
No, that was not an oyster. That was disgusting.
Yeah, it was oysters technically, but yeah,
That was canned slime night.
I don't even know-
oysters on a half shell are good. You can. It's difficult to buy them, and frankly, they're a little expensive. It's like you almost have to be a restaurant to afford fucking oysters.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
charge an arm and a leg for them.
That doesn't sound appealing to me. I'm going to pass on
But
the
maybe we
oysters.
do the shrimps, maybe some scallops or something like that.
Okay.
Scallops are good. Well, you can
Yeah.
go to a Ching Changland Mart and pick up some clams and some oysters there.
Mussels.
Yeah, they've got like
Nice.
I mean, they're like $2 a. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe it's a pound.
Well, you get a bag
$2 a
of them,
pound
like
or
in a big
something.
net
So
bag.
I will tell you, my wife's not a seafood fan, so we would need to have.
Well, my
something
wife's not
else
either.
In addition.
My wife's not a big seafood fan either.
Okay.
How about some lettuce?
Okay, well, we'll get some lettuce for the ladies, and we'll eat some fried fish.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to have some sort of different styles of food coming up. So we're going to have some themed dinners.
Then we had Cincinnati.
We had
themed.
Cincinnati themed for the
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Never did. It was good.
Yeah,
And,
it was. It was very unique, man, and I freaking love it.
I did too.
And I still have it in my freezer.
I found some the other day too because we had leftover. I found some frozen, so I just.
I got to be careful, man. I weigh a lot right now, and I got to be careful what I'm eating. And all these, I'm huge in, on not wasting food. So my wife thinks that everyone still lives at the house, and so when she makes dinner for 10, and it's just.
Yeah, but you can seal it and pack it away forever. You don't have to.
Well, I mean, I do,
What's happening?
and then I
Why are
have it
you
for
eating it all?
lunch. I eat it for lunch, but
Okay.
I it's like I guess I portion too much. I guess.
There you go.
You need
Portion
to
control.
make them smaller. So instead of making 5, make 10
Yep.
lunches.
There you go. Or, you know what? This is really hard to do. You open the bag, you take a small plate instead of a big plate, you put your portion on your small plate, and throw the rest away.
That's hard to do.
It's very hard to do.
I
don't
find
wanna-
it very wasteful.
I do too.
I don't like wasting food.
I don't either, but that would be an option. I've never really done that, but you can do that.
Well,
Because remember, it's leftovers, so it kind of already scored once.
the last 2 days, I know it's not much, but the last 2 days, I've made a huge difference on my intake for food.
Good.
And I'm going to continue because I try something new all the time. Like I got the apple cider shit. Well, not apple cider shit.
vinegar, right?
Yeah, I got apple cider vinegar,
Okay.
and I'm keeping that trend up. I'm like 4 weeks in.
Is it doing
Nice.
anything for you? Improving
Not
your
a thing.
gut?
Not a thing.
An
That's
energy
okay.
or your gut or anything?
I don't.
Less gas?
I don't detect any difference whatsoever.
Your shit's smoother?
My shits have always been fantastic.
What about your mucus?
Well, you know what? They're a little bit more tart.
Tart mucus?
With the vinegar.
Tart mucus.
Hmm.
A little apple cider. No, it's not. I don't know. I
That's
don't.
a terrible word.
I don't
mucus.
find any kind of difference from doing it. I'm going to continue to do it. I've got it. It's in my daily regimen where I've
Nothing wrong with that.
I got
I
the
heard good
coffee.
things about it. I heard good things
I
about
got
it.
well, yeah. There's people that take it. It's supposed to be good. I'm going to continue to take it because I'm thinking maybe it's doing something.
Maybe it's good for your blood health, or I have no idea what it's good for, but I've heard
I've got
people
a
taking it.
habit of having a sour stomach and by a lot of acid and pain. I will tell you this, thinking about it now, I don't think I'm taking as many antacids.
Okay, that's good.
I'm thinking.
Well,
I don't,
is vinegar an acid?
Oh
It should
yeah,
be.
but I think
Oh,
it
yeah.
does.
I would
It
think so.
heals it. I think. I don't know. Let me Google that.
I don't know. I don't know what I know. A lot of people take it. I have no idea what the benefits or so-called benefits are of doing it.
I have read that it's good for you though.
So apple cider vinegar benefits. High in healthful substances can kill harmful bacteria. I guess there's a lot of bacteria.
That's gut health.
That's gut health.
That's why I
May
asked,
help,
is your gut better?
There you
lower
go.
your blood sugar levels
There
and
you go.
manage
That's good, too.
diabetes.
That's good.
That's huge. May keyword aid in weight loss. Improves heart in health. Improves heart health in animals.
You're
Or
an
an
animal.
Yeah, but
We've
why would they just say
consistently noted on
improves
this
heart
podcast.
health?
What?
But why would they just say improves heart health? Why would they have to have that little clause in there? In animals,
Because it's not proven in adults yet.
it may boost skin
It's not
health.
FDA approved.
Right. You're our guinea pig.
Yeah.
So what happens when you drink apple cider vinegar every day? According to a study published in the Bioscience, Biotechnology, and Biochemistry, consuming apple cider vinegar each day can lead to weight loss, reduced belly fat, smaller waist circumference, and lower blood triglycerides.
I don't believe the weight loss. I believe it may do some stuff to your blood, maybe your heart, but
Well,
weight loss? I don't know about
I mean,
that.
is your appetite down because of this stuff? I mean, if it's an appetite suppressant, right? I mean, you eat less, right?
I
That
don't
could
know.
explain that.
You're only supposed to take like a tablespoon or two. It's
Like a
not like
thimble, right?
And that's what you're doing.
I do more than that. I probably do about an ounce.
He always does more.
I know.
I
You just
need
can't
to do
handle
an
moderation.
ounce. Give me fucking 2 ounces.
You just can't handle
What?
moderation. Apple cider vinegar in moderation, Sean.
Give me all the meats.
All of them. Well, what do you mean, sir? All of them. Well, that's going to cost an extra. Yes. Don't ever take him to.
Speaking of, I think we need to hit that place on the way up there again. I like that place.
Because
Aren't we going up there in April?
Sir, would you like some sausage, bacon, or ham?
Where was that? Hold on. You're talking about in.
That was right across the border, wasn't it? Of Oklahoma?
Oh yeah, no, that place was really good. You're talking about when we went
Like
to
a
the
little hole in
concert.
the wall.
Yeah, I went to the concert.
That
so
was great.
So I think we need to go there again. I want to get some banana pudding this time. 'Cause
Oh, by the way, Loverboy's coming up in April.
That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said when we go back up there in April.
Oh yeah. Well, you didn't say Loverboy. I needed that.
Oh, there's so
trigger.
many concerts
Yeah, I needed
that you
trigger.
need clarification.
Oh, I go to concerts every weekend. You guys don't know about them.
Oh, tier 1 in it.
Oh yeah. At
Is it
Choctaw.
still on? They've canceled like 8 times.
From
We
what I
bought these
understand-
tickets, 6 years ago?
I know it seems like it. It was 2 years ago, maybe.
Well, it was pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was pre-COVID.
Oh my God, really? That long ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have no
Well,
idea.
they're live in Durant, so that's Choctaw.
Yeah,
and
I have
then
no idea who's paid me,
Oklahoma.
but I'm pretty sure you guys haven't. I think you did.
What?
You give me a lump sum to cover a number of things. You paid me for the Loverboy tickets.
Is that a question?
No, you did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You, I started a list 2 years ago so I could remember. It says Barry and Jerry.
Does that mean they owe you?
No, they paid.
So I do owe.
No, I'm adding you because I know for a fact you remember when you were like, listen, I'm just going to write a check that will cover this, and those Loverboy tickets. You don't remember that?
Well, I don't write checks. I probably
what-
Zelled you or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. You sold me. All right, I'm adding you.
So when are they Durant? So April 8th.
All right. So what is that? April 8th. That is a
Friday.
Durant. That's a Friday. It's at 8
Oh,
p.m.
look at that. It says Loverboy rescheduled from 3 different dates. Look at that.
Yeah.
So
So-
the very first one was August of
Well, what is our
20
section?
2020.
Do you
We're in
know?
the standing room down the front.
No. I mean, it's not standing. It's
Well, everyone's going to stand.
But is
They
that
are?
section 203?
That's
Is
the
that
way
the
it
middle?
was when we saw
But what is it? Is it 203?
Sticks. No,
Here, let me look.
no, we're on the floor.
Well,
These are the best tickets yet,
well, these are like 102.
depending
Yes.
on if you like those kind of tickets.
We don't like those kind of tickets.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
like
we
I
need
like
the
203.
Yeah, I like sitting down. That's yeah.
I think people sit, don't they? What are you talking
No,
about? I don't remember
that
people
that
not.
whole
thought
section
there
down
was,
there was standing the entire concert.
They were.
Yes.
Well, then people need to yell at them and say, "Sit down."
Sit down, you asshole.
Yeah, sit down.
Unless we're like in the very front row, then we could sit.
Hey guys, sit up.
And then Mike Reno's going to go, "Where'd you standing, you bums?"
Oh, he'll say that.
Like you fat son of a bitch. Have you
Yeah.
seen a picture of him?
Oh, he's terrible looking.
Oh God,
You guys are so mean.
it's true.
Hey, we're fat. We could call that out on people.
Yeah, and he's white.
Yeah, so we're double calling him out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to log in. Do
you
you want
see
to?
that-
You really want to know where it is? I can log into Live Nation and tell you where the tickets
Well,
are.
I mean, no. I mean, I
We'll do it at halftime.
yeah,
How's
we'll
that?
do it at
Okay.
halftime. I just kind of wanted to know. I mean, I think you
Well, he
mentioned
told us
something about,
before we're in the 100s, which is right there in the floor.
Yeah, if it's 100, it is, and there were seats there though. There was folding chairs.
There's
there.
chairs, but as soon as it starts, everyone stands. We could still sit, but we look at people's assholes
No.
while listening to Loverboy.
I will bring a bunch of rubber
Some
bands,
people are into
and
that,
I'll
though.
start snapping people's booties whoopsh, whoopsh, with the little rubber
They're
bands.
going to be farting right in your face,
Wow.
and they're all going to be our age, so you know it's going to be like old man fart.
Are we gonna be carrying in little? I think here's what we should do as far as smuggling in the booze this time. I think that we should be responsible for carrying in our own. So what that means is that we each
peach bourbon.
Peach.
pour in whatever you want. You want peach bourbon?
We're
you
allowed
pour
to
in
have peach bourbon.
So, because look, honestly, you could fit one of those carafes in your front pocket.
Yeah.
Easily. It's plastic. I smuggled one into the what's it called? The football game.
The Cowboy game.
And it was perfect. I did a huge shot before I went inside, and then I had that in front of me, and I bought a Coca-Cola, and I dumped a little bit out, filled it all the way up. Oh my God! And I was hammered.
Yes, you were.
So when Dak screwed up the last play, you were still screaming, "Yeah, go!"
Oh, I didn't care, dude. I didn't
See, that's
care.
what I mean. You
was,
didn't care.
I was having a blast. I
All
was
the other
enjoying
Cowboys
the,
fans are like fighting with each other, and he's like, "We're going to the Super Bowl."
No, I didn't care. Look, I didn't care. I
Go
watched the game.
49ers. Go Kaepernick.
I didn't care, but I wasn't as emotional as some of these other guys are. I mean, we talked about that. It was just kind of crazy. People got off the hook, just kind of
Yeah.
bent out of shape over nothing. Stupid.
Stupid.
I just wish I had a big old rubber hand. I'd go around smacking people, going, "Hey, stop that!"
yeah.
What? Do you,
Including who you went with?
What happened?
what?
Oh.
What?
All right, look. Yes, the
He
people.
already acknowledged that
some of
he
the
was
people I
kind of
went
off.
with,
He was off the hook too.
All right, look. I don't want to talk about that,
It's
but
okay. It's all good.
it was. Look, I guess when people get riled up, they get riled up,
Absolutely.
and sometimes it's kind of hard to unwind.
The
Sometimes,
testosterone gets
Especially when
flowing.
you're super drunk and you've been like, and
you know what? Let's just change the subject.
okay, let's
So
do that.
back
Hey,
to the Loverboy thing. Hey,
yeah.
who was playing in the outside area? Because they got the Loverboy thing.
well, hold on. I have the tickets. It's 102 row L.
So we're in
Are
the
you-
back.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, it starts with A, I'm sure, right?
Well, usually they go from Z to A.
Oh, Z's in front. So
No.
it's even worse.
Yeah, it's 102. Where is that? Like,
It's
It's
right in
on the
center.
floor, right? So you have 101 and then
I've got
102.
the I've
Yeah,
got the
it's
screen
right
in
there,
front of
right
me.
there at the
yeah,
front of the stage.
it's-
Yeah.
They
We're
got
get-
the stage.
they're
We're
gonna-
in front of the stage.
when they flop the hair around,
Oh,
we're going to
we're
get
gonna-
wet.
We're gonna
yes.
get Reno juice. on us.
Absolutely. And if
Nice.
somebody pees on somebody else's face on the stage, we may get splashed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you go to a concert where somebody peed on somebody's face?
Well, that was the NASCAR one, and that was one of
That
the.
was not me.
That was a performer. She was like a jazz singer or something. and she
Oh,
was.
that's
what?
right.
That was
That's
just,
right.
oh, you didn't know what I
Yeah.
was talking about?
No, but
Well, she
I've
did
seen
that.
the
That-
footage.
That was horrific.
Oh, it was, and what was horrific was not the fact that she did it, because by itself that was horrific.
It was voluminous.
It was the volume.
There was a lot of volume.
Fluid that came out of her. I was kind of like, this has got to be premeditated, and there's a large tank somewhere on
Well,
her back. She's got
yeah.
a backpack, and she's just unloading on this dude. No.
And then the guy, he's like a big bald dude, and he like
Oh.
jumps up and starts. He's all excited, and
then he's like wicking it onto
Oh,
the
yeah,
crowd.
he's
and the
slinging
lights
it
were
around.
shining on him in such a way, so when he went like that, you saw like a bunch of million micro
like little
fibers,
crystals.
and just like, oh my God, that is all urine.
that's
Yeah.
That's how people get
that's
COVID.
just wrong. Oh, like more than COVID.
Well, urine is sterile.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
They say urine is sterile.
Well,
That's true.
They also say the vaccine works for COVID.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I tell you what, Fox
They
News.
say.
I was watching Waters. Is it Waters?
Jesse Waters,
Prime time with Jesse Waters.
He was He was
the
hammering it.
Five.
He was throwing it down about how the CDC has lied about this and that, and Fauci lied about this and that. I mean, all the
Yeah.
stuff we've been saying for months and months and
Right.
months and months. He was just laying it all out. I was like, well, damn, finally somebody's,
Yeah,
And
God,
anyway, I don't know if we want to dive
it's
into that.
it's just frustrating, and the whole. And this goes back to the Spotify with Joe Rogan and him, and the
That seems to
Dr.
have-
Robert Malone.
Has that
and-
died down? The Joe Rogan thing?
It's completely fallen off the face of the earth,
Yeah.
because no one gives a fuck about it.
They gave up.
It failed.
Yeah, they gave up
miserably.
trying to cancel him.
They tried to cancel him the one way with the misinformation thing. That failed. So they pulled out the racist thing.
But that's just it.
and that failed too.
When you say there's misinformation, because I was just listening, I listen to that podcast when I take a shower. So I know that sounds odd.
You
but,
don't listen to us.
time out. No. I want to know about what. See, here's the thing. When they say there's misinformation, specifically, what are they referring to?
It's,
So
they
it's a
take a-
differing opinion, is what it is.
Yes.
They take a 3-hour program where
Right.
he talks about from A to Z.
Oh, he talks about a ton
And
of stuff, I'm sure.
and so, where is the misinformation? Tell me specifically what the misinformation is, instead of just blackballing the whole podcast.
Well, that's the whole point. They hate him. They hate his opinions, and they just
Well, he's a Democrat too.
He said a
and
lot
they
of.
want to cancel him.
He said
yeah.
a lot of very true things there that have come out. So the fact that people that have COVID and are riding a motorcycle get in an accident and are decapitated, but they find
COVID in the
COVID in the
bloodstream.
system, he died of COVID.
Right.
And that's true. That's
It is
not
true.
that's not misinformation. That's true.
It was absolutely true.
If that's true, then what else was true that he was saying? Because they never said
Right.
or differentiated what was the
I
misinformation.
mean, forget it. Forget about it. I mean, he's giving opinions on a lot of stuff.
No.
He might be reading a news story about something, and then he's going to opine on it.
You're talking about Joe Rogan.
Yeah, talk about Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but we're talking
anytime
specifically about
you're coming up with opinions about different news stories and stuff, and you say this is what I think is happening. What's I think? Of course you
They call it misinformation because
All-
it differs from what they think.
right all day
That's
long.
what they call different opinions now, misinformation.
right. Yep.
Unfortunately, that you can't have civil discourse anymore
No.
because so everyone gets too bent out of shape. I'm not saying that we do because we have good discussions because we have some Democrat friends, right? And we
Right.
have talks, and sometimes it gets heated, and we all laugh, and then we go our own way, right? So,
Oh yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. And but there's some people out there who, and you hear about it, these family Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas dinners that just get ruined because people can't handle it,
Right.
and it just
So-
blows up.
And
There
then
was,
and then they don't talk for years.
Yeah,
and
and
years.
then it was like, I don't want to talk to you ever again because you voted for Trump.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And it's usually one way.
Yep.
It's usually the Democrat saying that to the conservative.
Oh yeah.
well, I mean, in all fairness, I've given up on. I have family on the East Coast, and they're hardcore Democrats, and I constantly have to go to whenever I do go on Facebook. I have to constantly go on there and say snooze for 30 days. Or there's some little thing, I don't want to see
Well,
shit from
Facebook
them
is
for
one
30
thing
days.
because they could just bombard you with
Oh,
shit.
but it's just like,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, man. If you're going to do it, say it. I mean, just come on.
But
They're
it's
spewing
different-
nonsense.
But it's different. I mean, if you're on there, 'cause I don't want to see all that, right? I just want to see certain things. You get if you send me one or two, okay. If you're sending fucking 15 or 20 a day, you are. I don't want to see all that. But if we're at a table and we're having a discussion and all that stuff, The person who's going to get all pissed off and say, I never want to see you again, I'm not saying always, but typically is going to be the liberal,
Right.
right? You're a racist, misogynist white man.
So
Right.
Joe Rogan was talking about one of these things that he's given his opinion about. There was a death. Some dude that worked for Hillary Clinton or somewhere at the DNC, and he was a younger guy, and they say he got mugged and he got shot to death. And
Except his wallet was never stolen.
When was this?
What is his name? I tried finding it right now.
He was
When was this? A while back?
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I don't know if I heard this.
he was offed.
Yeah, I mean,
He was flat out off.
and that's what Joe Rogan was, and the way he
and
words
he
it.
wasn't he responsible for leaking emails? As I think
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Joe Rogan makes the comments, and he's kind of like, "This isn't, one of these people are going to wake up." And he starts talking about to us, and he was just like, this guy wasn't, he wasn't mugged. What does it say?
Yeah, he's got it. I think that's his name
Seth
right there.
Oh,
Conrad?
Vince Foster? That was a long time ago. That was 93.
I don't think that. Was
I think it was that one.
No, Seth Conrad Rich?
Yep. I think that's it.
Oh, okay. I don't know this one.
So, anyways, the point is that they were like, well, he was mugged. All right, well, he had a nice watch on. He had a wallet. He had, he wasn't mugged.
Right.
It's like, when are these people going to figure it out? And he had a whole laundry list of facts about what this guy had done. He had worked for this person, this person, and this person. So he was close to all of them and knew the inside and how the cultivation worked. And he said that, he went home. He's married, kids, one or two, and he got mugged. He's like, he didn't get mugged. When are these people going to wake up? And he started spouting off one thing after another.
Right.
And I wish we can get that. What is his name?
I think it's this guy.
Seth.
If you can Google Seth
Conrad
Rich and Joe Rogan, and see if you can find a little 20-second insert. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But my point is that he hammers it like that,
Right.
and even if we can't find it, that's fine too. We'll just pause.
Well, that's the thing, but it goes against the narrative. So do we think that Hillary's really going to run, especially after the Durham thing that's coming out?
That's it,
Who
right?
knows?
Seth Rich is his name, right? It says Joe Rogan, Seth Rich rant. Now go back.
So do you think she's going to run again?
Right above that. Right there. I think he's got it queued up. Okay. I think she's serious about it. Yeah.
I don't think she's going to run.
I think she might get talked out of it by the DNC.
She's not going to run.
But she wants to.
Of course she wants to.
She's power hungry. How old is she now? She's got to be in her mid-70s.
Yeah.
Right?
She is extremely power hungry.
She is. She can't accept that she's not in charge.
Right.
Anyway. Right, let's listen to this. It's a minute.
I got problems. Listen, man, I'm not a fucking reputable person.
That's what I try to tell
my
people.
Political ideologies. I mean, I'm just not. I'm not that well read when it comes to politics. I have my opinions on things, but when it comes to things that are rock solid and clear, like that Seth Rich was murdered and people want to ignore it, I'm like, what the fuck do you think happened? There has to be some sort of a disconnect here. When a person is giving information to WikiLeaks that exposes corruption inside the very organization that's responsible for the fucking Democratic Party, and he gets murdered, and you're like, oh, the conspiracy theories. No, he got murdered. There's no conspiracy. It was a botched robbery. Says who? Says who? Where's his? How come his wallet was there? How come his watch was there? How come they didn't take his phone? What the fuck are you talking about that I'm a conspiracy theorist when I just tell you the facts? So and this WikiLeaks thing with Julian Assange is the craziest shit ever when he said there's consequences to sharing information with us. And everybody's like, he works for Russia now. He works for Russia.
So
he was the darling of the left when Obama was in office.
So isn't that amazing? So Julian Assange,
all right, so that's in a nutshell. That's what I'm getting at.
I've never watched him.
He's usually not like that.
What's the animated faces?
He's usually not like that. The
That's
ones I've seen,
hilarious,
I've never
though.
seen him do
No,
that.
he's all over the place, man.
That's hilarious. He's got a lot of charisma, right? I mean, he's.
Oh, he does.
That's part of the lure.
Well,
of,
he does,
of his podcast.
and he speaks facts.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with him or not.
Right.
Says who?
Yeah.
Right.
Says who?
But he seems to be one of these realist guys,
Right.
right? I think he's a Democrat, but he's a realist at the same time.
And you know who else is? Bill Maher.
He's
Bill
starting
Maher's
to come
turned the
around.
corner.
He's turning the corner.
He's saying a lot of things like, "What the hell's going on with this?"
Right,
You know what I mean? Just like common sense.
right. It's common sense, is what it is. And excuse me. He's been saying a lot of things recently.
He has. I've been really surprised. He's been very critical.
He's still a hardcore lib.
Yeah,
Don't let
but
that
he's
fool
been,
you.
But he's been very critical.
Well,
of-
because I
of
think he
some
sees
of the bullshit that's going on.
Well, I think he sees the writing on the wall that
Mm.
the Dems are going to lose.
Oh, they're gonna get murdered.
Tremendously bad, and I don't know if it's his way to try to stem that.
I think he is. He's trying to warn them, quit being idiots.
Yeah, just like James Carville.
Right.
He's a nut job too, but
he is.
he sees the writing on the wall. He's hardcore political strategist, and he knows what's going to happen.
Right.
You're doing this, and the squad and all them and the liberals, they just don't see it. They just keep pounding away at their stuff, at their woke shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, I got you. So, did we ever talk about the whole Canadian trucker thing? Have we talked about that in the past?
No, it's
Yeah,
pretty much
we may
it's
have
pretty much
topped
done
on it,
now.
but no, there,
Well, I watched.
they may be clearing it up, but there's a lot of after effects that are still stinging.
well,
the truckers.
Ottawa's clear now.
They have
What the news said.
they gave authority to the banks to
Oh yeah, there's a bunch
take
of
it
shit
upon
going on.
themselves. They say, "Hey, look, what is his name? Trudeau.
Yeah,
what is
Trudeau.
he called? The Prime Minister."
Uh huh.
Justin
So
Trudeau.
he's Justin Trudeau said, "Hey,
Gutfeld calls him Prime Miniature.
he's a cute little cubanito."
Speaking
So-
of, he's in fucking Dallas right now.
Who Greg
Gutfeld
Gutfeld?
for all week.
What's he
We could have
doing
gone
here?
to a show.
Who is?
Greg Gutfeld.
Was it too
Oh
late?
yeah.
Yeah, it's all sold out all week. I looked today.
Fuck.
I had no idea.
If we were smart, he's over at Gillies.
Oh wow, that'd be cool. That'd be really
God,
cool.
That would be cool.
Anyway, finish
Son of
your
a
thought on
bitch.
Trudeau because the guy's a dictator right now.
He basically is. He went to the banks and he's kind of like, he just said, "Hey, look, if you feel that these guys are truckers, and if you feel like,
They're
Yeah.
terrorists. You're calling them terrorists.
yeah, then you can go ahead and freeze their accounts."
Right.
And so you got these guys like, yeah, I have my business, which is a trucking business
Right.
account. I have my family account,
Right.
which feeds us. And they froze them all. They froze my savings. They froze
Unbelievable.
everything.
It's
I
unbelievable.
can't pay my bills. I can't eat. I can't do anything.
That's unbelievable. And then he asked for emergency authorization, emergency powers to deal with this trucker protest. And then the protest was broken up, like you said. Ottawa's basically back to normal.
Right.
And Trudeau said, "Yeah, but we still need the emergency powers."
Right. Once he has them, he doesn't want to give them up.
Of course not. He wants the ability to shut down anything he doesn't like.
Yeah. And now the Ottawa police or the Canadian police or whoever it is, he's like, "Oh no, we're coming after you. Even though you left and we didn't arrest you while you were here, we're coming after you. This investigation is going to be months long."
What does that sound like to you guys? A similar experience where anybody who was on camera anywhere near the Capitol building.
Oh,
the-
the January 6th bullshit.
Oh my God! It's the
Insurrection, yeah.
same bullshit.
It wasn't an insurrection.
It was not an insurrection at all. But
Wow.
my point is, they went through hours and hours and hours of video
Right.
to find a grandmother who happened to be on the steps and they hunted her down in Alaska. I mean, it's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What are they going to do? They're going to
Did you-
shoot these guys? I
did-
mean, how are we going to stand up against stuff like that?
Well, the U.S.
mean-
truckers are organizing.
I heard 38,000 so far.
I know they're organizing, and
they
they're
left.
and
I
they're
think they left already.
yeah, they're headed to D.C.
They just left San Francisco.
Are they going to block? They going to shut down DC?
Yeah,
There's 38,000 trucks.
Wow, that's
a
hot.
lot.
I love it. And here's another thing I love. I love the fact that the U.S., like Americans, have supported Canada, like the truckers.
Right.
I know the whole bullshit with GoFundMe shut it down and took the money
That is
and gave it to other.
Absolutely.
What happened with that? Are
criminal.
they investigating them?
They want to investigate them, but they ended up giving refunds to everybody. They didn't want to at first because they don't get. That means they lose their $700,000 in their fees.
Well, I heard that you had to physically go out there and say, "I want a refund," because if you don't do that, they get charged $15 a pop from the bank per donation. So if there's 700,000 people that donate and they just refund it
yeah.
without that physical refund my money thing,
There's
there's
a
a $15 fee that GoFundMe
I
gets
don't
hit.
know. Crazy.
It is. It's
and then
bizarre.
when that happened, and
we're in
what
bizarre times right now.
yeah, what was the Christian organization?
Yeah,
Save, something,
give, save,
whatever.
or whatever. And they got hacked.
The next day,
They got hacked. And
they said, "Hey, GoFundMe, if you don't want to go to GoFundMe because they just screwed you, come to ours."
Right.
And they got hacked the next day. You don't tell me this isn't a coordinated, concerted effort. You know what I mean? To
Yep.
just shut down
And
dissension.
they got all the people that donated, and they released all the names, and businesses are getting shut down.
Yep.
I think there was somebody in the government. Either she quit. I think she quit. She had to quit up in Canada because it found out she gave $100 or something like that.
Right.
Businesses up there in Canada are getting shut down, getting heckled,
Yep.
harassed. People are losing their jobs over this.
It's just like not taking the vaccine.
And you know what the craziest story about that whole thing was? You know who came out and criticized the journalists for releasing
Yeah, who was that? I saw. She's,
Omar?
yeah, yeah,
You know what? I was blown away.
Blown away.
yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
And then they started attacking her.
Yeah. I mean that's the first rational thing I've heard her say. Now, granted,
Right.
the only thing we ever hear these people say is what they print as shock value in the
Right.
papers, right?
Right.
Well,
But that to me was like, wow. She disagreed with
Maybe she's coming over to our side, right?
No, she's
I don't
not.
want her on our
She's
side.
not. I don't want her.
I don't want her on
side
our
either.
side, but I just found that very, very interesting. So anyway,
She can go back.
go.
What?
She can go back.
Wow.
To Canada?
She can go back to fucking Africa. Where the fuck
Somalia.
she's from? Somalia. Yeah.
Yeah, she came over. She was married to her brother. That was the way she got in.
Yeah, that's creepy as fuck. Look,
And then she divorced him.
Like,
So-
as soon as she got over here,
And then she married the guy that she cheated on with somebody else. I don't know. It was crazy. I don't know. She has a very sketchy past.
sketchy romantic past.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't like her hate.
She
Yeah,
does.
right.
She
You know,
hates.
that's really the bottom line. I don't like her hate. I don't like anywhere the squad has it. They have so much hate.
Hate. Yeah.
You know, and it's just a hate for the American way. And and that's what they're like saying. Make America great again. All right, well, make what great again? What do you say? From when?
Right.
Back when we had slaves?
Right.
Is that when America was great again?
Right.
No.
No,
It's
that's not what we're saying.
And-
Make
and-
America great is the spirit of
Right.
of the spirit of the signs of the time. You
Right.
know, make America great. Make it better than it is right now
Right.
because Joe Biden ain't making it great.
Right.
Oh my God.
There's always been bad parts to every part of history.
Yes.
Of
Every
course.
section of history, there's a bad part. We're not saying make America great. Maybe you classify the great years of the U.S. as there's great periods, right? So you win the Revolutionary War. That was a great period.
Right.
Then you have the Civil War, bad period.
Right.
Good things came out of it, right? The emancipation, the unification, and all that stuff. And then then you get into the 30s, 40s, 50s. I think that was a great period, right? The greatest generation came out of that, so they say, right?
Right.
And now we're dealing with these freaking
But I think
yahoos.
it's more of a theme. Like making America great again is a country that we're all proud of.
Correct.
It's strong. It's economically strong. It's
Right.
militarily
It's not
strong.
pointed at any point and saying,
Yeah,
"Oh,
everybody's-
you want to be like 1860?" No,
Right. No. It's being proud of the country, patriotic. You're standing for the flag. You're proud of our military. You know what I mean? It's all that.
Right.
It's the whole theme of what America represents, and they don't get it.
No,
Well,
they don't.
no, actually,
Hey-
no. I take that back. They hate what America stands for.
And I don't understand that.
Well, because they find they look on the flip side of it. They think America is oppressive and corrupt, and and the only people that
But let's see some of these people that are saying that go somewhere else
right,
and get to the position that they're at.
right,
Right.
Yeah.
All right. AOC. Let's see you go to the Congo and become part of the
yeah.
Congress.
See how well you do in equality
Yeah.
and opportunity,
Right.
and the right to a fair trial.
Yeah. Go to
And-
Iran
I mean,
and
come
see
on.
how they treat women.
You know what? That's another thing. Bringing up Iran, just recently they hung 2 gay people.
Yeah.
Where was the outrage? Where,
No.
That
where-
doesn't count. It wasn't America.
I know, but I don't get it. I don't understand why they don't just hammer Iran and be like,
Because they don't care.
I-
No, Iran doesn't care what
Doesn't fit the narrative.
shitholes over here say.
I know, but if they
They don't care.
But shouldn't they stand up for the rights
Well, they
of
should.
everybody everywhere? I mean, especially gays everywhere.
But that
But
goes
I didn't hear a damn word about anybody being upset about that happening in the United States.
because that would point to the Islamic religion has a bad part to it,
Right. And they can't
and they can't admit
they
that.
can't go there.
No, they
Right.
can't.
And here's Omar. Omar is a Muslim,
Right.
and okay. And so she's okay with gays being killed?
I don't know. That's a question you should ask.
Well, what about incest?
Well, she married him. Did she screw him?
I don't know.
Do they have kids?
Did she stir up a baby batter mix? I don't know.
Where are you going with that?
Yeah.
Um,
Baby batch batter mix.
I don't know.
yeah, that was nasty.
Ew.
Yeah,
Just thinking
I
about
don't-
how that whole thing goes on. But
Yeah.
you know what the Iran what is it, not the Accords but the peace for them shutting down for the nuclear
Oh,
the climate
What?
Accords. What is it?
Well, you went all over.
I
yeah.
did.
Hold on. Was it
Nuclear or climate?
Nuclear or climate?
So the well Bush pulled us out of it.
Paris.
Yeah, the Paris
Kyoto Accords.
Thank you. So
Or is it Paris?
and so Biden
Trump
has,
pulled us out of Paris.
Right.
It wasn't called the Paris Accords. It was called the Paris Paris agree.
I thought it was Kyoto. I thought it was
No, it was the Paris.
KYOTY.
No, Trump pulled us out of the Paris bullshit. That was the climate change one, where they said you need to pull in from the Paris Accords, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a huge brain fart.
Yeah, we're Paris Accord. Yeah, there it is.
You know, Paris
It is.
Accord.
All right, so my point by saying that is that Biden has basically reversed that.
Right.
And
He's putting us back into it. You were saying?
and yeah, he's putting
Oh,
us
good for him. That's such a
back
such a
into
smart
it. And
decision.
I mean, the whole reason we were
Hopefully, we get out of it in 3 years.
or sooner, I don't know. I mean, we got the Durham report that's out that no one's doing shit about. Never heard anything about that.
It's not out yet.
Well, it's not out for us to see, but it's out for. I mean,
No, he just did some motions. That's what got. The Durham
Some
report's
stuff
not
got
finished.
leaked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
oh,
finished.
so
yet.
it's leaked.
Well, what it was is he had some court motions, is
Right.
what I heard, and those are public, I guess. So when he submitted the paperwork for those court motions, that's what got publicized.
Why does
the
it
hell is
take?
it taking so long?
Why
man?
does it take so long?
Did he start in like 2018?
I
Like
don't.
4 years ago?
I don't get it. I don't get it. Why does it take so long? And it's been millions and millions and millions of dollars.
I mean,
don't
if
know.
they
What
can
are they
solve cancer, I mean, if they can solve the vaccine issue, why can't they fucking do this research on the Durham report? I mean,
Well, you know what? I say that, and it's not atypical for trials to take years.
Yeah, it could take a long time. And this is
Yeah,
just
well,
this isn't even a trial. This is just the pregame.
this is just
Yeah,
a
this is
freaking-
discovery.
Yeah.
But it's
So,
true.
I- you
all
know
that
what, I
shit's
guess-
true, though. I mean, all the stuff that that Trump said, it's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Russia,
when he got
Russia,
spied
Russia.
on, yeah.
It's spied on, and
And then what did Hillary say? Oh my God, it's just another, witch hunt by the Republicans or something like that.
That
she
used
tried,
to, that
she
used
tried
to work.
totally dismiss it.
That used to work. The vast right wing conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she used to call it.
I tell you,
She's still living on that.
well, so there are two things that I really love about the time when Trump was about to get into office, and they had some sort of dinner before he gets put in office, and he was talking about Hillary, and he was telling the story, and he was like, oh, and then I backed up into Hillary, and I said, she said, "Pardon me," and it was like a joke of that, she was supposed to pardon.
Oh.
He's asking him to pardon him. And then while he was telling that joke, I don't know what dinner that was, but in the background,
She was there.
no, well, she was sitting to his left, but in the background to the left was the set of boobies.
Of course. Was it on
course.
TikTok?
That's what you
It
remember.
wasn't on TikTok. And I'm going to take a break while I Google this real quick.
Oh
Stand by.
God! So we're not going to
He
listen.
wants to see boobs.
Yeah, we're not going to hear Sean for the next 7 minutes. So this is the Jeff and Paul show.
He's doing Trump, Hillary, boobs.
Boobies. Nice.
So he's already zoned in.
Yeah. All right. So Ukraine is being invaded as we speak.
Is that a fact, or
Is
is he
that
just
true?
preparing?
It's a fact. They moved into Putin claimed that 2 disputed territories,
Yeah, I saw those two.
and they're moving in, and so they're trying to be like, well, we're just offering support for the territories that we're claiming independence for.
Well, he's
We're not
also
invading.
he's also saying that this is Russian land anyway. I'm just taking it back.
Right. And you know what? That's exactly what Hitler did
Yeah,
to start the Second World War. You know that, right?
right.
What was the disputed territory that Hitler took back? The very first thing he did before he invaded Poland. Was it Luxembourg?
Well,
Or something like
Luxembourg
that?
Luxembourg
is a small
Yeah, it was a-
city-like country.
It was a tiny little sliver of land on the
Well-
western side of Germany that
Liechtenstein.
Hitler went into,
Luxembourg,
and then everybody was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, that's but that's enough. That's enough."
No,
So it's
it just
basically
keeps going.
a city where they had a large trade route, and it's a city that is also, I think there are like 3 or 4
Yeah.
countries.
In other words, it
merged
had strategic
right
significance.
there. So yeah, you can basically hit 4 countries.
You know what that
right
sounds
there.
like? Crimea.
Kind of, yeah.
So
that
what-
was a
what
strategic
Putin-
warm water port.
Well, he's already got
Putin
Crimea.
had
He
made
already
a
took it.
statement
He's already took
saying
it.
that Ukraine. He was saying that there are certain factions of Ukraine that want to become independent. So that is Putin's.
Yeah, that's his.
That's what he's saying. Like he's saying, hey, look, these people are reaching out to me saying they don't want to be part of Ukraine. They want to become separate.
Yeah, but that's crap.
Well, I'm just saying that's what he's
That's
saying.
total crap.
And they want to become independent, and I'm supporting them.
So do me a favor, look that up, Mr. Producer.
So if
who
they
did,
said
who did
said
Germany invade before Poland?
so if Vancouver goes, yeah, we don't want to be part of Canada anymore. Can you just take us U.S.? We
Oh
just,
well,
like,
then yeah,
send some
Washington,
tanks over?
the Washington National Guard would invade Vancouver,
Right.
and then the rest of the world would be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Well, they were
If they wanted to come,
separatists anyway. I mean, come on, this is
Right.
crazy. Anyway, so
Well, I expect gas prices, so make sure you fill up over the next day because I expect
Yeah, they're
gas
saying it's
prices to go.
gonna go through the
bonkers.
roof.
It's already through the roof.
All right. Well, Germany defeated and occupied. From Poland. So it says, what countries did Germany invade in order? So they got occupied Poland, attacked in
Yeah, but it's
September
before that.
39.
It's even before Poland.
Well,
Th-
but
that's
we're
not-
but we're talking about Luxembourg.
Was it
So-
Austria?
Oh, so it was Luxembourg.
Well, hold on, back up. So we got occupied Poland,
Was it
attacked
Prussia?
in 39. Then you have Denmark, which is April of 40. Norway, April of 40.
Was it
Belgium,
Galicia?
May of 40. The Netherlands, May of 40.
Yeah.
Luxembourg in the May of 40.
No, it was before Poland. It was actually the very first thing they did.
Was it Austria?
I think you're thinking
No,
of.
No, I'm sure of it. It's literally just like what Putin's doing,
I think you're thinking of the Boer
where there
Wars.
was a disputed territory, right?
Well,
Where two countries are claiming it was theirs.
That's like Holland.
Yeah, well, that's the Netherlands. So I don't know. I can
No,
look it
the
up later.
Oh, that's Scandinavia. I get Netherlands and Scandinavia
Was
mixed
it
up
Danes?
sometimes.
The Danes.
But my left ear is ringing. What the hell is that all about?
It's called pressure.
Huh.
Probably allergies.
You know what's interesting is the frequency in which your ear rings. I mean, what if you know how you hear your ear ring and you're like, it's got some sort of very specific frequency. Ding.
You should measure it.
Well, I wish I could. If I could pull up a little like a tuning fork collection, I'd be like, all right, well that's that frequency, and then that frequency correlates to a sickness that you may have or have not. You know, based on your like your body tells you, hey, that's a sickness you're about to get.
You're about to puke.
That's the feeling you get in the back of your throat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
I don't get that very often.
Yeah.
In fact, I very very seldom get that. I'm not talking about that.
What, throwing up?
So the Trump speech at dinner was actually a Fox News reporter, and she does the.
So you found the boobies?
Yeah, I didn't find any good pictures because I really stopped digging
I heard
into it.
disappointment. I heard disappointment in his voice.
It's
Yeah.
Maria Bartiromo's dress. It's Maria Bartiromo. Maria Bartiromo. So
She's like on the business side. Or she was.
oh yeah, but the thing is that I mean, seriously, let me pull this up. Anybody that was watching it
Was not paying attention to Trump, but the cleavage.
Oh my God! I mean, seriously. I mean, look. I'm just saying. I'm gonna pull up some pictures. I'm just saying, any man out there was looking at that, being like, "Damn, what's going on?" And the cameraman has got to know that. I mean, because the cameraman was like kind of skewing to the left every now and then. You know, he'd go back, and he'd be like, you know.
I don't recall this.
You know what? And I don't know if they purposely took that shit off the air or not, but that's basically it. I'm gonna pull up this one picture. All right,
That's Melania's cleavage.
that's not Melania. That's Maria Bartiromo.
Are you sure?
That looks like Melania to
It's
me.
not Melania. It's
It looks
her.
like Melania.
This is her. Same woman.
Well, that looks like Melania to me, but what would I know?
Dude, it says right there, Fox News, Maria Bartiromo is angling to Trump Fluffer of the Year award.
That's not super cleavagey, though. I mean, she's got some. but it's
Well,
not like,
you know what? There,
I see some cleavage.
I
in there.
think
well,
they
there's
purposely.
some, but it's not like, you
D-
know,
I think they
Bazinga nips
purposely.
hanging out or anything.
No, I think they took a
Wow.
bunch of them off because.
You took that extreme.
She-
Extreme.
What do you mean nipply? They didn't have like her freaking
Yeah.
areola showing.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like she was like,
I thought that's what you're going for. He was like, man,
she
just,
had. Well, look. I mean, look. That's
and
like,
nobody noticed. Look at that woman is topless behind Trump.
yeah.
But
look at
that's
that.
my point. Look,
Really?
he's having a speech, and it's like everyone's looking because you got Trump in the middle, and you got this dude that looks like he should be wearing a fucking white wig from Britain, you know, and then you got this set of jugs on the top left. That
Well,
I'm
I
like,
was looking at Trump. I don't know why that's all you focused on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sounds like you have a problem.
I do have a problem, and it's. Hold on, let's see if we can find a better picture.
God, just put nude in there.
No,
Trump.
that
all
wouldn't be
nude.
real. There, hold on, let's see.
God,
Come on, look at that. Look at that picture.
there's nothing expressive or
Oh, come on.
exceptional
I'm
about
not
that.
saying she pulled out a tit. I'm just saying.
No, I'm with Sean on this one.
It's
That-
very low cut.
Yeah,
I'll give him
that's- yeah, that's distracting.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is that I mean,
Yeah.
what are they doing? This is a major event. It was televised on all the
That dress probably cost thousands of dollars.
Oh, I'm sure.
So she's well dressed.
Yeah.
She's well, all right. I'll let it go. But that's got to be one of the, in my opinion, one of the all-time a photo bomb in the back kind of deal. I mean, it's not really a photo bomb, but
Right.
you knew. Everyone knows what she was doing. She
Right.
was strategically
She
put
was-
there.
Do you think she put there and says, "Look at my tits"?
Did she put her forearms together and kind of
Kind of just
push
Shake.
them together?
Why does any woman
she stick a pin in
dress like that? Seriously. Seriously.
Because it's
there. Well, what do you
it's
want
a
them to dress?
gala.
What do you want them to dress like? With like an Amish?
I'm
Wait,
not-
have
no,
you seen a
no.
freaking awards show?
No,
Yeah,
but I'm
Every
just saying.
single
nothing.
woman wears cleavage to an award show.
Yeah,
I just think it's.
I have no problem with that.
I have no problems with it.
Yeah,
either.
oh, and I'm the bad guy.
Sean's the
You
Puritan.
got
Yeah,
no
you're a
problem.
perv.
Sharon's the Puritan who's a pervert.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just pointing
you're-
out the fact that I think that's a little inappropriate.
No, I just think the
don't
women,
think so.
women look classy and elegant. I don't know why you're such a perv.
Well, I mean, because it taunts me. It's like wanting me to.
There we go. There
You
we
want a
go.
motorboat, Maria?
There you
Is
go.
what it is.
Yep, there's your problem. You have a motorboat fetish.
That's what he was doing when he was watching the thing live. He just started motorboating in the air.
Sean, you okay?
All his kids are looking at him like, "Dad, what's going
that?
on?"
Oh my God,
Oh,
he's having another seizure.
oh, there's just cleavage on the on the TV.
Never mind. Never mind, Mom. We saw cleavage on the TV.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah.
God.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right. What is next on the topic list? My goodness.
Well, I don't know. We
We
were
went
talking.
kind of sideways there.
We went way sideways.
Well, it was a very interesting that they broadcasted like a 30-minute speech with
Who's the incoming
those
president?
yams floating in the top left.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
What-
did you happen to see Biden's speech today?
No, I passed.
No,
Very
I,
lame. Very
I-
lame.
Did
I'm
he take
telling you-
questions from the press corps?
Actually, that's the fastest I've seen him move away from the podium after he was done. I mean,
Did
it
they
wasn't,
like have him on like?
and
a-
it wasn't fast. And, you know,
I don't even watch
What do
it.
you call it? The old man shuffle. The
Oh, he does too.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
he
he's
does.
stiff.
awful.
He can't bend his hips anymore.
Oh, it's awful, and he was doing it fast.
It's
He was
like he took a dump in his boxers, and he's trying not to let it fall.
I don't think his joints work the same. So
No.
he like his hips don't really
It's so
move.
bad.
It's like he has a quarter between his butt cheeks, and he's trying to keep that quarter in there and
No,
walk out the
he's
room.
trying not to fall down. That's what really old people do. They try not to fall. So
Maybe
they
a nickel.
walk,
I don't
they
know.
walk really slowly.
When do you think he's going to announce that he is not running?
Is that a thing? Is he going to run?
No,
No,
he can't. He
he's
says he's
not
going
going to
to.
run.
But if he announced today, yeah, I'm not. He immediately becomes a lame duck. He's pretty much a lame duck now
He's
because
a lame
everyone
duck.
knows.
Oh, yeah, he's only a year into this. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? He's
Yeah.
not going to say
That's
anything.
what I mean. When do you think he's going to announce? Yeah, I'm going to step down.
About 6 months prior to the election.
No, it starts more than that.
Okay, maybe. Well,
Probably
no,
a
you
year and a
can't.
half.
It doesn't matter.
It's 10 months. 10 months they start going hardcore. You need to be committed within 10 months.
Because
yeah,
I think
so
it's more
that'll
than
be
that.
when it happens.
Because you're going to have the Democratic
Primary.
primaries, which is a year prior, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to be at least a year and a half out. He's going to have to make some kind of announcement that says, "Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to spend time
So
with the
who's
family."
going to run? Who's going to run for? I mean, honestly,
Hillary Clinton.
Camilla.
Well, Camel-Toe Harris is not going to make it.
No, she won't. She is
Well, she screwed up again.
She's-
She's over there in Germany right now,
she's
isn't it right?
immensely unpopular. Yeah,
She's
they
gonna
said
get
it was.
whacked.
They said it was amateur hour. What did she do in Germany?
I saw some footage today. She was wearing some mask, so you really couldn't understand her too well. And she said some things that I don't know what it was, but I know.
Well, they were tearing her up.
Yeah,
and I
she's-
didn't even get the details on it.
I think she basically said, "Yeah, there's going to be costs to this, and we just need to accept it, like higher gas prices, kind of a thing."
Yeah.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
We
well,
used to be energy independent
well.
when Trump was in
Yeah,
office.
2 years
Well,
ago.
was she talking
How
about
does
the
that
United
happen
States
so
citizen
fast?
or the citizens of Germany?
One day signature.
What was she referring to the citizens of Germany when she was making that speech?
No, to the U.S.
So she was talking about the U.S. We need to accept this because this is just the way it goes.
Yeah.
You shut down pipelines. But really, as you alluded to, Paul, in one of the podcasts in the past, you were like, well, we have hundreds of pipelines coming through. Thousands. So what
We
makes
we brought up a map of the United States showing the
we did. We
pipelines.
showed it.
We couldn't
So
even see
what impact
not-
does this Keystone pipeline have that's making this
No,
happen?
it's not just that. It's the fact that he has stopped all production of gas. He says you can no longer get leases or whatever or
right.
licenses
on federal land.
on
at least.
federal land. You can no longer produce gas.
But what is their angle by doing that? I don't get it.
He's trying to.
It's the environmentalists.
He's trying to. No one is ever going to move on from fossil fuels if it's cheap.
Right.
There is no way. You have to have something to move on to.
I know.
Before you dissolve fossil fuels.
I
Otherwise,
totally get that.
you just suck the life out
And so
of
what
us.
they're saying is, once fossil fuels
We need to get
become
rid of that
too
motherfucker.
expensive.
Because he's
I know.
basically euthanizing us.
Yes, I know that. But before, once you make it so expensive to be on fossil fuels, then it becomes profitable, or it becomes an option to develop alternative energy sources,
But still,
Which is what?
yeah,
which is
Batteries,
solar?
which is battery,
which
which
works
is
12
hydrogen,
hours, 12
No.
hours out of the
which
day.
is hydrogen. I mean,
Well, I mean,
there are other sources, but they're not ready.
The hydrolysis, hydroelectrolysis is probably the only thing I could think of that could carry us into it.
It's still
but
not ready.
It's not ready. There's
It's not commercially
there's
ready.
some
It's not.
element that's missing. And-
Strontium.
There it is. Strontium.
They need to add strontium.
yeah, I think
We
it
do.
is. Yeah.
And we have the world's
salted strontium.
biggest supply of strontium in the world.
We do.
I know.
Actually, I'm not sure that's true.
Those lithium.
They make hearing aids out of it.
Oh, do they? We don't have lithium. China has a lot of lithium.
Well, I
which is-
told you that they just
part of the problem.
discovered potentially the largest lithium deposit in Nevada.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's exciting.
But the environmentalists are saying you can't.
They're anticipating 20
Dig.
million tons
Yeah, you cannot dig
of
here.
lithium.
Yeah, look up, Mr. Producer. Look up
20 million tons.
lithium deposit
that's a lot.
discovered in Nevada. I think it's Nevada. In the middle of nowhere, because Nevada is basically a desert for the most part, right?
So they just need to develop frac mining. Just
What,
like
for
oil.
natural gas.
No,
you-
I mean to be able to horizontally drill and mine out the lithium without ever affecting the surface.
Yeah, so pull up one of those maps I just want to see where it's at.
Well, that's fantastic.
Well, I mean for battery manufacturers, but
Well, that's what all the Teslas and all the batteries
Yes,
are made out
that's
of, right?
huge for the future.
Okay,
that's
but-
That's what your
absolutely
phone
enormous.
battery's made out of.
okay, but it still doesn't help the fact that you have to charge that fucking thing.
Yeah, I know.
And
Well, I know. You
until,
still need electricity.
so
Yes.
until we can harness something to charge it. I mean, I guess we could do solar energy to charge all the lithiums.
But
No, that
batteries.
only works half the day.
bottom line, guys,
Solar works half a day at
to-
most.
to impact our economy, to put our country at an extreme disadvantage compared to the rest of the world's economy, because you're trying to, right now, in this day and age, move straight to the next technology that's better than fossil fuels, is grossly irresponsible.
There is
It
nothing
doesn't
that's better
exist.
yet.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So here's what I would propose, and I would propose researching products that consume less electricity, like we went from the incandescent light bulb to LED. That was huge.
Like power over Ethernet.
Well, but just not necessarily. But I mean, I'm just saying, make things run on less power. So I mean,
Baby steps.
yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, really,
Well, what you
incandescent
do
light
is
bulbs
you
to
scale
be
it.
LED was
Well, what you do is you scale everything back and say you can only go 40 miles an hour now, like they did back in the 70s, right? That way you don't use as much energy.
And
you don't make as powerful cars.
and we only supply power to homes between 4 and 7 at night. After 7, you lose power to your house.
I'm not on board with that.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
That's what happens in California.
Well, but still, I mean,
that's where we're headed.
the notion of
and
that.
what you just said is crazy. To where like you make the cars not be able to go faster than a certain speed. That's crazy.
Well, that's what they wanted back in the 70s.
I
when
know.
they had the gas. When
So,
they
well,
had,
no, Jeff wants
all the
like
speed limits were 55.
Jeff's gonna have like he's gonna be like wealthy, and you know
Me?
when they like come up with that rule, he's gonna like, you know, it's okay, I got this covered. He's gonna open up a gym, and he's gonna have like
Electric bikes.
100
Oh,
freaking
yes.
cycles up
Bicycles.
there, and they're all gonna be generating. People are gonna be up there pedaling away. Jeff's gonna be like, yeah, just keep going, just go. We're up all night. Guess what? I'm gonna pay you guys $10 an hour each.
You
And I'm
know,
going to take a
I-
picture instead of the pole and go, suck it.
I was giving that some. And think about this: if they don't pedal, the power goes out.
Yes.
If they don't pedal, the air conditioner goes off or the fans stop working, and then they get hot and
It's
miserable.
motivation.
Or the electromagnetic dildo shoots up their butt.
Or
Well,
that.
some people would like that though. You got to be. I don't. What kind of bikes? You got to segregate the bikes.
Well,
Well,
you
that could
guys
make
ever
them go
seen
faster.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh, wow!
You ever see
Don't
that bicycle
ever,
with the little tongues
ever
on it?
make that motion again?
Did you ever see the bicycle with the little tongues on it with the big wheel?
No.
No.
There's a bicycle. It's like a stationary bike,
What?
and you put your feet on the front wheel and you start to spin it, and these little leather tongues are on the big wheel, and it hits you in the crotch.
Why?
Oh, it tickles your taint
Why
I
would it do
guess.
that?
Well, I guess
because the
with
faster you pedal, the more it tickles.
yes,
These are in gyms?
This is
I haven't seen them in
incentive.
gyms, but I have seen them.
Is this gym erotica?
Or is this like a porn
I-
that you saw?
I have seen. I don't know on one of these scrolling
Cycle porn.
one of these scrolling
Volume 10.
video things, Reels or TikTok.
TikTok.
There's like these people on this bike, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah,
And
this
then
is an erotic
They
bike.
zoom into the bike, and it's like, what is that on the wheel? And there's like these little tongues, and it's like,
Yeah, that was
Just
an erotic
cracking
bike.
them in the balls?
I don't know if it was designed for a male. I think it was designed for a female.
But it's all about incentive, like you
It
said.
is.
Yeah. Well, that would keep the power going.
Hey,
So
my other thing came true where I said if we could capture all the cow
Yeah,
farts,
that's retarded. And
there's
yes,
already an application out there.
Yes.
Someone's thought about it.
whatever.
And I sent it to you. It's real.
It's that's not really. It's one guy with one cow on a farm going, "We could make this work."
Who poked a hole in the thing's stomach and has like a backpack on the thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Cow-
Anyway,
Cow doesn't care.
I have no response to that. You know, I mean, it
I mean,
it
that-
has
but-
merit, but at the same time, you're kind of like, dude.
I mean, the fact that it is a significant discussion point in the climate change thing
Well, it is. They,
about how cows produce methane. I'm just like,
Well, that's
Really?
sort of
That's-
like making corn fuel. You know, it's kind of like it costs more fuel to make the corn fuel than it
right.
does to. Yeah, I mean, it's
well,
just,
they say the cow farts are one of the biggest contributors to the global warming. Right?
Yeah, but that's
And
false.
that's why they want you to get off of eating meat,
That's
so you
right.
don't
That's
have to
false.
raise as many cows.
That's correct.
No, that's because those little tree huggers out there don't want you slaughtering up their little animals.
Well, think about it. You know, how many millions of cows are out there just gassing it?
How many humans are out there gassing?
That's what I'm. Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
Dude, I'm like nonstop.
Or do they just want to like start eliminating anybody who farts too much?
Maybe we could capture ours.
And then you have to, and then you have to go up there and submit how much
like
you fart,
us,
and
Yeah.
then
you
It's like carbon credit.
are now fined
No,
$100
fart credit.
no, they'll kill you.
for farting. You know, there were certain restaurants would have to go out of business. I mean, you couldn't sell refried beans. I mean,
Because it produces more gas.
it's conducive to farting.
Or broccoli.
But
Asparagus.
does broccoli do that?
Well, any greens, I would imagine, that would cause.
I don't know. Asparagus doesn't make you fart. It makes my pee stink, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we covered that. Sorry, my bad.
Sauerkraut.
sour
Sauerkraut makes you
cabbage.
fart.
Cabbage alone makes me
Well,
fart.
Cabbage does, yeah.
Oh, apple cider.
First off, anything makes you fart, Sean. That's not really a fair. You can't say that one food is better than another
Why
food
does
for
everybody
you.
say that?
Because you pride yourself on how you fart and how often.
I ate a bucket of beans this morning.
That's
Woo!
only on Fridays when we do the estate sales, which we haven't done in quite some time.
really
No, I
haven't.
thought you went on Friday.
No,
You called me, Paul, asking.
Paul's like,
about
oh, yeah. I was like,
going.
Paul, it's like 2:20, and Paul's like, hey, you want to go do something? Because I'm ready. I was like, and I had done. I was ready to go.
You had your satchel.
Something happened.
Yeah,
Something always happens.
something didn't happen.
I know something didn't happen, but something always happens that
Something
make that other
always
thing not happen.
happens, and you
Always.
know, always.
You didn't even make it to the booze store.
Dude,
No.
we didn't even get to do anything. Oh, my dryer went out. Well, you didn't do shit. You went
That's
on fucking line
right.
and
My
ordered-
dryer went out.
Oh, I had to go out
So
there
it went
and
out.
clean the stack, do this, do that. I'm like, dude, man,
I
up
did. I
and
had
hire
to pull
somebody.
I had to pull my dryer out. I had to take the power cord off, and I had to buy a new dryer, and then I had to go pick it up, and then I had to put the power cord on the new dryer, and then cleaned out the entire exhaust stack.
You do that on a Saturday.
Well, no, it was an emergency.
No, that's what you have outdoors, and you have lines. You can hang your clothing.
Ah,
Yeah, I like where he's,
I like
going
where
with
he's
Like
that.
going
in the
with this.
olden
You know, but
days.
here's the thing: you leave me hanging. You're doing something at your house that I am more than qualified to assist with to help move this thing along faster.
yeah, I didn't need help.
It's not
It's
a matter of
okay.
help; it's a matter of moving it along faster so that my needs are met.
Right. But we ended up hanging out that night anyway.
We didn't go to the booze store,
No, we didn't.
and we did not go to an estate sale.
No, we didn't.
I blame you.
And you were so excited when you called me. Yeah, me and Sean are going to go to a state sale. I was like, you assholes.
Yeah,
Well, that was the only effect I wanted.
Oh.
I didn't
know,
really want to go. I
I've just
wanted
learned
you
that
to
I'm
feel
just gonna
bad.
start going by myself.
Kind of creepy
Wow.
and loserish.
Yeah, you know what though? I'll be that guy.
Well, when you fart, who are you going to blame it on?
I'll tell you one thing: I won't lose any of my walnuts.
That's dude. That's 100% on you.
No,
Yes. If that
No,
was so valuable
you were
to you,
so
why would
excited
you?
about those.
why would
that
you
lost
leave
them
it in my
a
car?
day.
I'm sorry that I left a
That was a-
treasured item in your car.
That was stupid. Why would you do that?
all right. Well, it was stupid that I accidentally left something in your car. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That was dumb. That was a really dumb
Kid
idea.
probably
Yeah.
found it. Went, oh, nut! Crack it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my kids ate it.
There's some weird carving on this.
I found one of them. The other one probably fell out of the car when somebody opened the door.
Right. Oh, you have one?
Yeah,
I've got one. I put it on
but
my
he's
desk.
like, but it's a pear.
I did.
This one's worthless without the other one.
Oh yeah. So this walnut was hand carved in Bangladesh, and it's got a bunch of very unique.
It is unique.
This table we're sitting on was carved in Bangladesh.
No, this not. This table was fucking pressed. No, this walnut was hand carved. With you can imagine a walnut's like what, an inch and a quarter, inch and a half.
It's a big walnut.
You know, it's. I mean, it's an average sized walnut. But my point is that somebody took the time to carve out faces, people doing things
These are
like,
from like the 1500s.
I don't know when this
No,
damn thing was
It's
from.
a CNC machine.
A CNC machine. I don't think so.
On a lathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just carved it with some
Hand
sort
carved walnuts. Type that in there. They are walnuts, right? Yeah, that's exactly it right
of.
there.
Here it is.
Yeah, there you go. Hand carved Chinese vintage hand carved walnuts
God,
there.
they're worth a fortune, especially in a set.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how much do those cost? Go to shopping.
I
See
go
how
to
much those things
shopping.
cost.
$5 million.
Only if you have both.
$11.49. Look at that.
Uh,
You can't even sell them.
$500 for a pair. Oh man.
Oh, I'm never gonna.
Yeah,
stop
yours
having
looked
fun
very,
with
very
this.
similar to that.
Yeah, it looked.
I bet it was
Very
just a
similar.
machine that did it.
Well, how could a machine do
It
that?
was the same
It was
Same
hand
pattern.
carved.
of like the Kung Fu guy.
No. So we went to this estate
Actually,
sale.
his is
and
more.
they had
It's worn down more.
It's
wasn't
more
it?
ornate. No,
yeah.
his
They
is
they
better.
had a lot of things. Look, first of all, I'm not mad.
I know.
I just fucking with you. But
I know.
it is a very cool item.
It is
so
very
we
cool.
went to an estate sale, and whomever lived there traveled, and they
Oh,
traveled as a.
they had shit from everywhere.
But yeah, they had like this one
Kathmandu.
little area where
Maybe.
they everywhere they traveled, they got a little knickknack.
Right.
And I looked at all the knickknacks, and I kind of some of them were very touristy, and I was like, yeah, I'm
they're
not
all
getting
pretty
that.
much touristy,
Little
yeah.
fucking
Like a snow
snowball.
globe?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
You know, and I came across these little walnuts. I'm like, hey, what is this? I freaking picked up the balls in my hand. It was like, yeah, the little walnuts, and I was like freaking swirling them like Benoit balls. What is the little?
He's
Would
like,
you pay
"Bull."
like $5 for them?
Yeah, he's like, Paul, come over here. I bet you
Yeah.
these are worth $10,000,
I'm gonna leave them in your car.
but only when you got the
Yeah.
pair, and I have the pair right here.
You son of a
They
bitch.
probably fell with the
He
bourbon.
got them for $2.
They fell out at the bourbon at the skate park.
There you go. And we were so worried about the bourbon and trying to scoop it up off the pavement,
And then the walnut was just rolling
rolling
slowly
into
down
the
hill.
storm drain.
Well, estate sales are the thing to do. In fact, we need to set ourselves up to get the boys lined up. Austin will be eventually.
Are you kicking him out
Moving
of the
in with-
house?
No, but he will be going to College Station and going to school there eventually, and hopefully Preston will be there at the same time.
And he needs stuff for his apartment.
Well, that's the whole day. We're gonna go get like coffee table, couch, or whatever. They have all kinds of shit.
They
at
have
this estate sales. It's
tons of stuff.
amazing. And the thing
Tons
is
of
that you
stuff.
go.
And good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there's
good.
2 other guys that'll be with them, so they need to participate in the furnishing as well.
Yeah,
See, and that's
whatever.
what my son did. They just looked at Facebook Marketplace and they
Oh,
bought
that,
like
yeah.
a couch and they bought like a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't go to estate sales, which they probably should have. You can get much
Yeah.
better stuff.
Well,
than that.
I mean, if you go to it's all luck,
it is.
because you could show up and you can get like thousands of dollars of utensils for a nickel.
Yeah.
If you wait for Sunday and they're like, hey, it's 75% off, and you're like, all right, well, there's no one there. They don't want to take it.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, dude, I have 1,500 sets of utensils. I don't need another one.
Right.
So
right.
it's like,
No kidding.
I
People
just-
that work
just
it,
take
you
it.
mean?
Right.
yeah, and those people
Yeah.
don't care. They're like, because they
What-
got one owner.
So the stuff that never sells, like at all, what do they do with it? They donate it?
They could.
It goes into a shop.
So there's like
Like
a
a
giant
consignment
warehouse
shop.
somewhere?
They got some sort of like a craft shop or
I mean,
something.
you could probably also donate it to like a Goodwill or Family Services. I imagine that happens as well. You could because there's these companies. I'm sure you could say sell everything you can over 3 days,
pause.
and then if there's anything left, donate it.
Donate it.
What just happened?
She just told me that I have to drive her to Fort Worth next Tuesday.
So go during the day.
She has school. I have work.
That problem can easily be solved.
What's going on Tuesday? What's in Fort Worth?
She has a school thing.
Why is that your problem?
I don't understand.
Sean, that's
She'll
not
be
your
there
problem.
Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Fort Worth. It's a state event.
I have
and she
kids.
runs
Do you
it.
want me to have one of my kids drive her?
No.
All right, where we ended up, we were talking about estate sales.
We'll just
What
move
was
it
the
to
last
Wednesday.
thing
We'll move it
said?
to
You want to
Wednesday.
back it up and play what we just said?
No. So we'll just continue. So,
Yeah.
coffee tables,
they have tons.
bookshelves, everything. I mean, you can. I mean, really, if you go in, it's just timing. A lot of times those people want to get out of there. They don't want to pack shit up.
No.
Because when the thing's over with, the contract they have with the person is, they take everything out. And they have some sort of shop. I don't know. I haven't seen any around town, but there was something was like Pawn Stars? No, not Pawn Stars. Storage Wars. And remember Storage
yeah.
Wars? That was a fun show.
Yeah, they bid on the. They have no
They had
idea
no
what's
idea
in
what's in
there.
Who's there? And the characters on there are Trip, they're the mogul, it's just
Is
like,
that still on?
yep, just upcharging it,
Is that
fucking
show
with
still
everybody.
on?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's on, but it's, they have the married couple which the Brandy and
he knows
the
the
bald headed
names.
guy.
So they
and-
literally have no idea what's in there.
well,
Well,
in theory.
theoretically, I think there
That
was
can't
some.
be true.
I
What,
think
what
there-
if there was a
I mean,
motorcycle?
for
what if there
the
was
show.
a $30,000 Harley Davidson?
Well, that's
in there?
just it.
That's the thing you
Sometimes they
don't
would
know.
find some things in there. The diamond in the rough. I mean, you pull up storage wars.
There's no
and-
way that the storage facility places would let,
Well, didn't it?
because
Wasn't
they
there?
get first dibs.
Wasn't there a controversy
Who
where
gets first dibs?
The people that own the storage
No,
facility.
no.
No.
Once it's up for auction, that's it. So all they want is they want to get they want that shit out of there and they recoup their money from
But
it.
why wouldn't they just like is when somebody
I guess the ratio of junk that's in these storage units is higher than the chance of something being
yeah, but
good
all you
there.
gotta do is open it up and go, there's a $30,000 motorcycle in here. I'm
Well,
gonna take that.
But they find
you
stuff
can have
like
the rest
that.
of the shit.
There's one guy on
Maybe
there.
they do.
That's exactly
let me
what
see.
they do.
Daryl Sheets. Okay, Daryl Sheets. He found. He opened up one and bought $1 million worth of comics.
Really?
Yeah, $1 million worth of comics. Dave Hester is the mogul. He's the mogul. He buys everything. He's got a bunch of shops, and he just fucking buys it and basically drives other people out. So let's say there is a storage unit he doesn't want, and there's some cool shit in there. He'll drive up the cost of that unit.
Just to irritate everybody else.
Well, not to, there's a strategy to it. So they not just to irritate people, but to make them pay more for it, because the more they pay for it, the less that they don't have any more money.
Oh,
So
they only have a
they
certain
can't-
amount of money to bid on all the different.
Well, I mean, you show up there with X amount of money. You don't, who knows?
it's like poker.
Yes. Well, yeah. So he's just like, well, I'm going to drive up all the money that they're spending, so that when it comes time for my shit, they don't have the money. They've already spent it.
It's just
It's kind of
that's
funny.
hilarious.
And Barry Weiss, he seems like he's wealthy. He always shows up in these really fancy, expensive vehicles, and he's looking for the exotic, artistic thing. So he's digging through all this stuff, and he's taking boxes that you and I are kind of looking at it like, oh, that's some cool shit in there. He takes the boxes, he's looking through it. I don't want it. He throws it, and it's like just goes. The cameraman's like looking out in the middle of the hallway, and this box is looking at the shit bowls breaking
oh,
everywhere.
this is after he already
This is after he buys it.
he buys it.
Yeah,
okay,
and so
I
he's
got you.
looking for that diamond in the rough. That's what he's looking for. He doesn't give a shit about that. And then one time he finds
See, this is all theater.
some of it is.
It's 100% theater.
Sometimes they do plant things. In fact,
didn't they get caught doing some?
They did get
snaky-
caught
That's why
doing
they
that.
kind of.
Well, that's like the Bear Grylls or whatever. He stayed at a hotel one night.
Yep.
the what?
Isn't his name Bear Grylls?
Yeah. Bear Grylls.
What is that?
Grills.
He's that Canadian and Australian special forces guy that has to, rough it, and he's a survivalist.
Oh,
He's a survivalist.
Yeah, and I guess it got too cold one night, and they all went to a hotel.
this is on one of the shows, right?
They didn't
They
show it.
they were filming it in the hotels in the background.
No,
I don't think
No,
that.
it got leaked.
It got
that
leaked.
he just,
Well, I
anyway.
saw one. I saw one of his, and I watched a couple of his, and they're all very similar. And he found one. He found a dead camel.
And
and-
he went inside of it,
Yes.
Did he,
just like in Star Wars.
Did he
I
mount
knew
it?
that was
Did.
real.
he didn't mount
he
it.
gutted it.
Oh, but inside of like
He
staying-
gutted it
okay.
because it was going to get cold. It was in the desert. He's like, it's going to get below 30 degrees. I don't have a tent. I don't have anything. So he gutted it
And they just happened to have a big
and
dead camel there.
climbed inside it,
That's retarded.
and he did it. And then they show him waking
What
up the
was he
next
gonna
day,
do if there
and he's
hadn't been
crawling out.
What was he going to do if there wasn't a giant dead camel there?
I'm sure it was planted.
There you go.
Exactly. It's retarded.
Man versus wild crawls inside the camel.
Yeah.
God,
There you
It's
go.
retarded.
that's a prop.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I watched it. It could have been. It could have
That's
been
a
fake.
prop.
What a joke.
I don't know, but I watched it. And I
He
was
Just
got
the fact-
totally discredited.
Compounded by the fact that he is discredited just staying in a hotel, because there's like they have all kinds of crazy. The shows that they put him out in the middle of the island. What is that? Those shows
Naked
called?
and
Survivor.
Afraid.
No, Survivor is what I was referring to. Naked and Afraid was where I was heading to. So Naked and Afraid, fuck that.
Yeah.
I've never watched any
First of
it.
all, I'm not walking. Well,
My son
actually,
watched all of those. Brandon.
I'm just like, what is the? I mean, because you first of all, you got to know a little bit about stuff when you
Like how to
you
start a
can't
fire, how to collect water, how to set
you
traps.
can't be you got to know some stuff to survive because
How to make
you know
how to make little shorts to cover your junk.
No, some people are just balls out,
don't
boobs,
give a fuck.
everything out, and
Yeah.
they're just like beaving it everywhere.
Yeah,
And then they-
Beaving it?
and they usually pair them up with a female.
Yeah, so it's
So it's
usually
like a male and a female, and I'd be like,
And the whole
"Yes."
time they're looking at each other's junk.
I was like, sorry, I can't
I
control
don't
that.
believe there's any
I'm starving to death,
sexuality
but
at
I
that point because there's the schmag and stink working, and they're all bitten by bugs.
Well, that was the other thing. I
Oh.
was like, dude, the first thing you need to do is, especially with when you got a lot of when it's hot out there, you need to go in the mud and
Yeah.
cover yourself for two reasons. Number
Oh.
one reason is you put the mud on you to keep you from getting sunburned.
Mm.
And then number two, you put the mud on you, it keeps the mosquitoes off you and all the things that bite you.
Yeah,
Well, that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger did in Predator.
No, that's not what he did.
Well, I
he
think he
got
was
in the
trying
mud
to
Covered
to hide
himself in
himself.
mud.
he was trying to hide his
All you
body
can see is
temperature.
his eyeballs.
He
Yes.
opened up his
Yeah,
Okay, I don't
But
know
that
what
Naked
you're
Afraid-
doing. I
He
don't know
did
what
that.
you're doing, but
That was his
Arnold never
noise.
did that.
yeah, they're naked. How long were they out there? 14
And then he
days, or was it
pooped.
30 days?
Well, I think the goal was 30 days if they could make it. And
Yeah,
no
but they
one-
don't give you food. I think you get one thing to bring with you, don't you?
Yeah, they give you can take a loincloth, a knife, or
What about leather? You could chew and suck on leather.
they? Oh, actually, I think
like
there's
bourbon.
something like that.
Yeah,
It's like
tastes
a poncho.
just like bourbon.
It's like a
Yeah.
pouch or something. I don't know all the things.
But you don't have anything, so you
Naked
have to like
and afraid,
catch your
producer.
food. You
Naked
have to
and
find
afraid,
your water.
producer.
You just can't drink water because you'll get sick. So you have to start a fire to boil your water. You have to have something to boil your water in.
Is Bear Grylls in that show?
No. But there's some footage where these people are just covered in bites.
Bites and stuff.
Yeah.
Bites.
Well, you know,
Are any of them hot? Do
Oh, they're all in good shape.
Do they hire attractive people that you
Well, you
want
don't
to see
know.
their junk?
Well, you don't know because they're nasty by the time this whole thing is
and
said
they're
and
usually
done.
blurred out, so you can't see their junk.
Oh, they have to always be blurred
Could you
out.
imagine being the intern who has to blur out the taints and assholes all the time?
That's a lot of work.
Because they're all pixelated. So someone had to actually do that.
Wonder if they use Carbide Create
Could be.
to
You know, I would hate to
blur-
be. I would have to be somewhere where there's water. I mean, salt water. I don't care what kind of water it is.
She looks
but-
pretty.
Oh yeah, they're
Well, they're all in
Do
shape.
they have
they're
good
all-
bodies?
they're all charismatic and then some.
Yeah, they're all in
ways
shape
for 'em.
and everything. But by the end, they're filth.
All right, this is great. You know what? I enjoyed the bourbon,
I did too.
Mr. Jeff.
It was above average.
We'll have to tell Julie she
Thanks.
picked a good
It
one.
was above average. Thank you.
No, what I mean is, it was.
Just shut the fuck
Well,
up.
is that a
Dudes like us,
60?
I'm Sean. See
I'm
ya.
Paul.
Oh, yeah,
What
we
the
have a second
hell?
half.
God.
We have a second half.
Why are you saying that?
We have. I was like, see ya. Oh no, but I was like, we have another half.
What the hell?
Jeez.
So hold on. Are you saying next week we're not gonna have a podcast
No, I
because
said
you
let's
gotta
move it
curry your
let's move
wife?
it to Wednesday.
We can move it to Wednesday.
Be flexible.
We have to. Our 3 listeners demand it.
Yes.
All right. Well, all right.